Greetings pimps. Today we will be covering a very simple yes or no question that tends to end up either frying people's brains entirely. The most response I get most often misses the entire point of the question. You must answer yes or no only. This is a serious question, by the way, not some old elementary school trick like "Dear parents, know you're gay." Before you even begin typing out a comment response, remember this. Yes or no. No other words allowed. Even after being told this multiple times, people still most often fail at this juncture. Now, on with the thought exercise. The question is quite simple. You can word it a few different ways, but the one we will discuss is the following. Are you in favor of involuntary action by humans? Now remember, this is a yes or no question. Now let's break this down. Involuntary actions encompass things such as slavery, murder, rape, taxation, laws, etc. It must be said again that we are specifically talking about actions caused by humans. Rent, profit, and other things people claim are theft are in fact not human force. The landlord is not forcing you to rent from them. It is nature forcing you to seek shelter. It is not the business owner forcing you to work for them. It is nature forcing you to seek food. I covered this in detail in a previous video. This is not to say that this is not involuntary force, as it is. It is simply an involuntary force enacted on you by nature, not humans. This must be explicitly stated, as there is always some Neanderthal who thinks making the statement "but breathing is involuntary" or "but your parents are forced to take care of you or you wouldn't survive." Haha, got him. Once again, it is nature that forces you to breathing, nature which forces parents into taking care of their children lest they die. Now, let me repeat the question. Are you in favor of involuntary action by humans? Yes or no? The breakdown of most answers tend to be as follows. A majority of people will refuse to put all involuntary actions into one basket. This makes any statement void of logic and reliant on opinion or emotion. We can of course use UPB to determine objectively if an action is involuntary in the context of debate, so there are no quarrels there. Since UPB cannot be logically argued against in the context of debate, there is no way to contrast its answers. Trying to argue against UPB in the context of debate is like trying to argue that language has no meaning in the context of debate. This is of course impossible, as you would have to use language to convey meaning. If you failed to comprehend that part, don't worry, it's not critical to being able to answer the question. Most people will refuse to answer simply yes or no. This is because they are in favor of involuntary action in some manner. They will never admit it, and this makes them a supporter of any involuntary action you would like to choose. In simple words, you can't support slavery of one person and be against the slavery of another without being contradictory. You can be in support of theft when a magic man in a suit does it, but be against it when a street thug does it without being contradictory. And yes, taxation is theft. But who would build the roads is not an argument. Even Domino's Pizza proved that one. Even if roads did stop existing, saying "but we need more roads" is a non-argument. Appeal to emotion. Don't like it, leave it, also not an argument. Just because a woman whose husband beats her can leave doesn't make beating her not assault. Oh, I know that comparison makes some serious cognitive dissonance go off sometimes. Enjoy it. Don't forget the classic "you're participating in society so you have to pay taxes, if not you are stealing from society." As if a robber stole your neighbor's phone and sold it and bought a pair of shoes with the money, then they give the shoes to you, is somehow you stealing from your neighbor. Of course not. The theft is still the robber taking your neighbor's phone and you did not tell or hire him to do so. Now, before I wrap this all up, I will repeat the question one last time. Are you in favor of involuntary action by humans? Yes or no answer only. To anyone brazen enough to blatantly answer yes, I applaud your staunch stance. However, your position is still objectively immoral, thus incorrect, proven by UPB, which cannot be logically argued against in the context of debate. That said, you are more intelligent than those incapable of answering the question. Yes or no only. No other words. No buts or anything of the like. The obvious correct answer is no. You should always be against any and all involuntary human action. I'm sure if by some lucky occurrence this video got popular, some sprig would make an hour-long rant thinking they found a way around the question. Long story short, you didn't. If you answer anything besides a one-word answer of yes or no, you have instantly failed the question and thought experiment and have an IQ under 75. Anyways, we out.